Hello viewers, I come to you with some very important news today regarding an alleged women's retreat. Initially set to occur back in November of 2021, was later rescheduled to December 15th through the 19th of 2021. If you're familiar with me, my brand, the Kreative Unikorn LLC, Makita Gordon, or Nizare West, or also known as the Italian Empress, or Empress Order, my association with any of these names, or the retreat itself, I implore you to watch this video. Let's begin. I was asked by Makita to assist her with promoting this retreat, which I immediately agreed to do. I was sent this flyer to share. I began posting info about the event as requested on all social media platforms, including but not limited to Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Several of my followers were tagged in these posts, including Denoria Daniels and Jahara Johnson L. In addition to these announcements, I posted, Makita shared a flyer, included this text. So this is the flyer, and if you look right at the top, this is the text. You can go ahead and read it and keep that in mind. At this point, it was pretty much certain that anyone who showed any interest, including myself, believed that this would in fact be the location of the retreat, because this is what she said. Now, this is where things start to get a little fishy. After the women were notified that they had been selected, because you had to be selected, and the funds were paid in full for the retreat, a group chat was created by Makita. This is when I was under my other name, the Evite Noel one. This group chat included several women, including those mentioned above, and Angel Swanigan. This is Angel. At this point, everyone was excited about the event, as they should be, but Makita was not very active in the group, which was a little strange. Suddenly, she appeared in the group to notify us that there was an issue with the venue. Mind you, the venue we're thinking is the one pictured here. We jumped on a group call and was told by Makita that the owner of the property required that all people occupying the property needed to be vaccinated, which we all were like, we're not doing that. With good reason, right? Everyone declined the shot, and the hunt for the new venue began. Makita disappeared again, leaving all us to wonder what was going on, including but not limited to wondering whether or not flights needed to be changed. And at this time, I began receiving messages and video calls and questions by Denoria Daniels about what was going on. This frustrated me because I was also in the dark like them and had a hard time catching up with her as well. When I was finally able to reach her and share my concerns, she was very casual about everything, told me not to worry, and told me to provide the ladies with her office number, which I did. Suddenly, Makita popped in the chat a few days later with a booking number from booking.com confirming the new dates of the retreat and a hotel location. Okay. At this point, unfortunately, there were some women that were unable to change their flights. They lost out on their money, and it was just Denoria Daniels, myself, Angel Swanigan, and Jahara Johnson L. that remained in the group with Makita. Makita disappeared again as soon as all the flight changes were confirmed, and she reappeared with more news. Mind you, this is much closer to the fly-out date, so there's absolutely nothing that can be done. There was an issue with the hotel this time. I reached out to Makita via Messenger to get more on the location of this hotel, sleeping arrangements and all that. It was like pulling teeth. And here's proof of that. I mean, it took a minute for her to even give me these screenshots. I asked her about how the rest of the retreat activities were going to take place if we were in separate hotel rooms, and she told me it would only be for sleeping and everything else would go as planned. We were later told the day of our flight to meet her at her place, her apartment, at Brandon Crossing Apartments in Brandon, Florida. This was where we discovered when we got there that there was an issue with the hotel, that she would call and figure out what was up and left it up to us as far as what we wanted to do, if we wanted to stay at the apartment or if we wanted to go to hotel, right? As the day progressed, she requested money for food and alcohol, drinks and such via Cash App from the ladies. Also, if you remember the itinerary, here's the itinerary. It says here to bring all white for something. It was required that we bring white. We did this. She acted like she had no idea what was going on. She wasn't leaving the house to go do anything. We thought we were going to the beach to take pictures or something. She didn't want to do anything with that. We ended up taking pictures in front of the apartment complex where we were staying. So that's that. There was no rhyme or reason during our stay there. We had to rent a car to do anything outside of the apartment because she claimed to have no plans to leave her apartment. During the duration of our stay, we asked about the hotel, the other retreat activities, and we just got spiritually based, distracting talk instead. This was not what I was asked to promote, and this is definitely not what anyone paid for. After we returned to our homes, I began to do a little research. I did a reverse image search of these images that were used in the flyer that I was asked to share. The flyer that she mentioned, these were shots of the actual property that we would be staying in. And I got about 85 hits, none of which pulled up a rental property of any kind. Second, I reached out to Makita and I asked her for the rental property info, telling her it was for a friend. Here's where I asked. As suspected, days went on and I got nothing. I reached out again. She told me I had to figure it out myself, basically. Then I finally received this screenshot of this rental property that I've never seen before through Airbnb. As you can see, they're not the same at all. I brought this to her attention and she sidestepped the concern right here, just flat out. So for shits and giggles, because of the whole you have to have the shot thing, I looked at Airbnb's COVID policies. Nothing said anything about shots being required. And then I reached out to the property owner of what she says we were supposed to be staying. And he also did not mention anything about anyone needing shots. My next move was the Hyatt Hotel. Remember, she said that's where we'd have to go because we couldn't get the rental. I provided them with the booking information that Makita eventually screenshotted and sent to me privately in a message. And it was confirmed by the representative of the Hyatt that the hotel rooms were booked by Makita or Desiree West and canceled due to no-show, then rebooked by Makita or Desiree West, and then canceled by Makita or Desiree West and fully refunded. We were never told anything about any of this. I found this out from the representative. I was told by Angel that Makita would refund everyone $200 if we were unable to get the room. Angel followed up with that, and Makita told her flat out no. I later called Makita via Facebook call and asked for clarity of my findings. I was gaslighted, given indirect answers and half-truths.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
Where is the listing for the property that was on the flyer that you said was pictures of the property that we were staying at? That's the one that said you gotta have a...
Call me regular, because this was... Kim.
Huh?
Call me regular, because this phone is not working right.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey Siri, call Makita on speaker.
Calling Makita Mobile on speaker.
Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, that's better. Now, what'd you say?
I said, I'm looking for the listing for the property that you had pictures of on the flyer that you said was pictures of the property that we were
Yeah,
renting.
I don't have that. I don't have that listing. I don't have it, saved anywhere. If that's what you're looking for, I don't know how to tell you how to find it.
So when everything got confirmed, all the emails got deleted after they said that we need to have shots?
No, because it wasn't that property. It was the one I sent you.
Okay, so the post you made, I'm confused because the post you made, it was a completely different property on those flyers. And you said the pictures on the flyer were pictures of the rental property.
Mm-hmm.
So they weren't, because those pictures are not pictures of that rental property. That's not even the same location.
No, it's not.
So don't you think that's kind of misleading?
No. Everybody would have been just fine at that particular house had we gotten that particular house.
I know, but...
Everybody would have been just fine.
But it's not about just fine.
It wasn't misleading.
When you make a post using a stock photo...
Yeah.
that's one thing. But when you make a post using a stock photo and you say the pictures
No, it
in
wasn't
this,
stock, though.
okay,
It
but
wasn't
when
a
you
stock
say
photo.
these pictures in this flyer are pictures of where we gonna be at, that is a lie.
Although there is irrefutable evidence that her promoting this event was misleading, she still avoided truthfully answering any of my questions.
I'm speaking out for everybody else because the whole thing was misleading. We were in somebody's apartment for those days, and
Yeah.
nothing on the itinerary, none of that happened, and it was just kind of brushed along like everything was fine because nobody was saying
so
anything.
Then tell them to call me.
No, I'm calling you.
So some of you may or may not know, I've been working with and have known Makita for about 5 years. So imagine my surprise when I discovered all of this and to arrive there and realize that the person that I've known this entire time was not at all the person that I was sitting across from in their 2-bedroom apartment. Now, the ladies and I are very glad that we got to meet each other in person. No doubt at all. But we are very disappointed in this expensive ass sleepover that we were led to believe was something completely different. In conclusion, I would like to formally announce that the Kreative Unikorn LLC is no longer associated or affiliated in any way, shape, or form with Makita Gordon, Nisray West, Empress Order, Atal Empress, or any other associated name on a business or a personal level in any way, shape, or form. I will no longer recommend this woman to any of my followers, friends, or family for any reason whatsoever. This video was created to inform rather than persuade those who watch it, and to inform anyone that was led to believe that there was any truth to this retreat by me in any way, and I did not participate in the planning of what was supposed to happen or what actually happened. Additionally, I'd also like to add that any active business agreements between us, contractual or verbal, written or non-written, are officially null and void as of today. This date right here. It's unfortunate that I had to share this information, but I am awfully glad that I did. I hope you guys have an amazing day and take care.